Alright, so quick note, I lost all of my audio when I was recording, and so I have to go back through and just do a voiceover for the whole thing. So right here is a California king snake. It's about 3 feet long, I would say, and you can see he's kind of huddled back in this corner. I love that little circle on it, that's what I'm saying right there. And I'm getting ready to catch this guy. It's pretty cool. Right there you can see my dad coming in with the bucket. Get the put the snake in there. I'm gonna use this little stick here to move the snake out so we can pin him down with the pool noodle, and then I can pick him up safely. Okay, well, I'm going in for the catch here. And there he is, a little bit of close-up. And grab the pool noodle, just get that ready for when we have to pin him down real quick. I'm saying take this so you can pin him down. I'm gonna put him in the bucket. It should be simple and easy. Okay, here we go. Putting the stick down. I love how it looks when he's moving just that little bit. There he goes. Okay, he's starting to come out a little bit. He goes back into the corner because, you know, he's kind of scared of the thing. You can see him shaking that tail right there, trying to imitate a rattlesnake. Pretty cool. I love that feature about king snakes. Oh, and there he goes. We got him pinned down with the pool noodle. So now's the time I go in and grab him. That is the tail end, though, so... This is the biggest snake I ever caught so far, and of course I'm nervous because I'm not too experienced with catching snakes. Only rubber boas. And there we go, I have him right there. Going into the bucket. That easy. And if you've watched, oh, well, there you go, I just got pooped on. There's another video of me being pooped on by snakes. If you stay tuned for the next couple of weeks, and I will be posting that one too. Okay, so as you can see, the snake kind of got away while I went to go wash my hands. He wasn't there, and then he went into that little hole. I grabbed him by the tail, tried to get him out, but he was just too strong. They're just all muscle. So we're somehow gonna have to get him out. Like, he just went all over and then crawled into this thing. I don't really know how we're gonna do it, but let's see. How to make a snake trap. Okay, so these are some of the supplies we're gonna need. We're gonna need a small box to cut out and so we can use it for some other parts in it. We're gonna need a few zip ties. Not really sure how many we're gonna need as of now, so just grab a couple. We're gonna need duct tape, a large box that's actually gonna act as the actual trap, as well as some PVC pipes, specifically straight PVCs. Okay, we're also gonna need a Sharpie to mark down where we're gonna cut the holes. And then the 2 PVC pipes are gonna be put together like that using the duct tape so we can have a small tube. So right here, let's see, I'm pulling out the duct tape, and all you gotta do is have these 2 PVC pipes, or really any pipe in general, stuck together so they won't come done. So yeah, you just gotta have that as tight as possible and the most that you can, because especially if it's in a rainy area, you don't want it to be coming apart. If you're also in a rainy area, instead of using a cardboard box, I would recommend using a Tupperware. And there you go, you can see that it's strong put together. And now, we just gotta pull the box over. And then you're gonna take the tube and you have to measure the area that you're going to cut out so the tube can go through. Okay, so now we're going to have to mark down where we're gonna cut the hole. I would recommend having it a little bit higher, about that area. It seems about perfect. So the snake will go up, but he won't really be able to lift himself up very well. But you're gonna have to have a little ramp leading up to it, probably out of dirt. And so as you can see, you just gotta kind of measure around it. Get the general area so you can cut out that idea. Once you're done marking it, actually cut it out. Okay, so right there you can see that little circle that we are gonna draw. Next, we're gonna grab our razor blade. Make sure you have a parent watching, or you are a parent. And then you want to cut out the circle. The way I'm doing it, this wasn't a very sharp razor blade, so I had to cut it weird. I'd recommend actually using a sharp razor blade so you don't accidentally cut yourself. And then once you're done, you can see there's the hole, and then all you want to do is pop that out. Now we're going to put the PVC tube that we made earlier, we're going to put that inside of the hole that we just made. We're going to make sure it is tucked in there good. Okay, so now we're going to tape the tube from the outside just to make it extra stuck in there. Before it wasn't really completely sealed on, and now it should be stuck. So if you try to pull it, it won't move. Alright, just keep taping until the whole bottom is covered with tape and it is completely secure. The next step is that we are going to build the flap, so once it comes through, the snake will not be able to exit. Okay, so now we're going to use our smaller box, and we are going to take a different piece of PVC and measure out about the size of the hole so we know how big to make the circle. Okay, so now we are just going to have good defined lines, and then we're going to cut it completely out. Once we cut it, you're going to want to make sure it's rounded and completely smooth on the outside. Doesn't completely have to be, but it's recommended. And then if you want, this is the time to add a little pattern or drawing or something on the front, because you're not going to be able to do it later. For me, mine says free eggs because the bait I'm going to be using is eggs. Now we're going to use these zip ties that we got earlier to secure the circle onto the PVC. So next you're just going to poke the zip ties through the top of the circle, and we're going to drill a hole into the PVC about the size of the zip ties, so we're going to be able to feed it through. Okay, so right here is just kind of me giving an example of how it would work. Snake would go through, and then the trap would close, and then it can't get back through. Next, we're just going to draw a little design. You don't have to do this, it's just for fun. For me, I'm going to be drawing some arrows, some words, and the EAA special logo. Okay, so here's the final product. I think it turned out pretty good. I could have done better, but it's good for what we're using it for. Okay, so now comes the time that we're going to drill. You can see the little hole in the top of the circle. All we're going to do is put that through there once we finish drilling the hole in the PVC. Alright, so we're just going to drill a hole straight through the top of the PVC, as you can see right there. And now all we got to do, put the zip tie through the circle on the hole in the circle. And this part gets a little bit difficult because you need to feed it through two things at once. So first, I would recommend putting it in the PVC and then sticking the circle onto it. And once they're on, position it in the area that you want it. And all you got to do is pull the zip tie tight. Alright, so here's a little example of how it's going to work. The snake would come through, and see the little thing opens, and then it goes through, and it'll just close right afterward, and it won't be able to get back through once it's closed. Alright, so you just finished the trap, and now all you got to do is set it up. I'm setting up right where the snake exited into this little hole that it escaped to. It's up to you where you put yours. You can just have it lying around and have some bait in it or something. whatever you want. I have to build this little ramp here because it's going to be uneven. And here's our bait. We got some eggs. Snake are very opportunistic hunters. Whatever. Watching. Please like and subscribe. If you don't, someone will. Thanks, and see you later.